back with another live stream, man. Here we explore the truth, man. So for all the, you gotta wait for everybody to come in the chat, man. It's a late night live stream. Late night live stream. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. It's a late night live stream. Ooh. It's a late night live stream. It's a late night stream. Yeah, it's a late night stream. It's a late night stream. Yeah, 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 it's a late night live 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 stream. Late night live stream. Yeah, it's a late night live stream. What up, 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 y'all? Welcome back to the live stream, man. We'll talk about caught up ones, man. So we're gonna speak about, a plethora of topics over here on this page. We talk about many things, man. Many different topics that we could be walking and, doing what we gotta do, right? So let's get right into it, man. So the Most High blesses those who work for Shalom, right? Whether we call it the Church of the Most High, right? So when you're working for Shalom, right? You're not here working for evil, right? We don't work for evil. We don't do the stuff that this system of Babylon does, right? So many people out here are working for evil. Many people out here are walking in the prince that power of this air, right? So we know that in this system of Babylon, a lot of people is walking with this covetousness about themselves, right? Want to gain the approval of those, want to gain the approval of the world, and we're not trying to gain the approval of the world, right? We're not looking for the acceptance of men. We're not looking for, for any of that, right? So we'd rather walk on a share on our path and do what we gotta do, right? So this is why there's many false prophets are rising amongst us, like this Donald Trump character, right? This president that's really talking about nothing, right? As we just gotta listen now and see what they're speaking about, man. Let's hear these politicians talk, right? When they're all puppets, right? Even this boxer, right? Jake Paul said that none of his fights are fake, something like that, he said, right? But the thing is that many of these boxers, right, that be on these platforms, right, they be having these big industry puppets, right? So most of the stuff they talk about, man, is all scripted. So that's how we gotta look at even this whole Ryan Garcia with Mike Tyson. This was the fight, right? And that was all scripted as well, right? So scripted sports, man, and you gotta look at this stuff. That's what they do, man. A lot of this stuff is scripted that they do. So this is Romans chapter 4, verse 2. Let the Most High transform you to a new person by changing the way you think, right? So it's the Most High who's going to transform you the way you think, right? Not any of these presidents, right? Not any of these politicians, right? Not anybody that's in this world they're not going to change the way you think, right? Because what they're doing, they're just telling you more lies, right? Everything in the system is just feeding you more lies, right? So this is why we don't follow after any of these celebrities, any of these politicians, any of these groupthink people that's talking, right? Because the thing is that they're not talking about the laws, right? You don't hear now Donald Trump talking about the laws. You don't hear Jake Paul telling about the laws, right? You don't hear about Ryan Garcia talking about the laws, right? You don't hear about any of these so-called, these public. They don't speak about any of that, right? So that's why we got to not be a part of the system and come out to the system, right? So this is Psalms. He will take care of you, right? So in order to give our burdens to the Most High, right? Not giving our burdens to their system up on, right? If anything, they just added more labor onto it. That's what they do, right? So we know that this system, modern day, Egypt, Rome, Babylon, Greece, right? This is all Babylon, right? But the same thing that took place is what happening now, right? This is why we know that their system of Babylon, we don't want to be partakers in the system, right? And that they do to our people, right? That's why many black people that's in this system, man, they don't really know who they are. They just walking around aimlessly, not going after the enemy, right? So we busy going against us, going at each other, but we got a main enemy we should be going against, right? So this is why many black people are not knowing how to combat the system, right? And going against the enemy. That's what we're doing over here on this page, going against the enemy, right? And calling out everything, right? So this is Psalms chapter 103. He made us, we are his people, the sheep of his pasture, right? So we're the sheep of his pasture, he made us, right? So we know that in this, we're not anybody else's, we don't belong to anybody else in this system, right? So this is why, and this is in Babylon, right? Even though, this Babylonian land, right? A lot of people want to be belonging somewhere, right? Everybody's trying to belong somewhere, right? And we don't have to belong anywhere, right? As long as we stay in the word, that's what matters. We stay in the word, and we don't care about whatever going on in their system Babylon, right? So this is how we move out here, man. So, and let's say Isaiah, right? So Isaiah chapter, let's read the word. But your iniquities have separated you between you and your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear, right? So it's your sins and iniquities, right? So we know that in this sense, this world, right? It's like it's a lot of sins that this world like to put out, right? And it's why Babylon, Greece, Sodom, Gomorrah, man, all that stuff that was taking place, it's why Abraham had to leave his hometown, right? Because there was so much stuff that was going on back then that they had to maneuver, right? So when everybody out there foreign, doing all this, nonsense, mischievous things, you gotta leave your hometown, right? So we know that in this land of Babylon is that most people not wanting to walk in in the ways that's clean, is contrary to the ways of men, right? So this is why we don't care about popularity. We don't care about any of that. We don't care about fitting into the system. We don't care about being around. This is why we don't hang around too many crowds, right? We don't want to be around all that because we walk a different, separate path than everyone else, right? So yeah. So this is Philippians 4:13. I can do everything through Mashiach, right? So Mashiach said, we can do everything through Mashiach, right? So as long as you walk in and sharing our path, you do anything, you achieve anything that you set your mind to, anything you want to do, to achieve, right? So all these possibilities that we can be moving forward, man, and doing what we gotta do. Everything takes time, right? So this is Luke chapter 10 and 2. Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few, right? pray that the Most High harvest, right? So laborers is plenty, but the harvest is few, right? There's a lot of people out here that's laboring, right? Are they really laboring out here for the word, or they laboring out here for the evil works of the enemy, right? So we gotta know that you can't be out here, you can't serve two masters, right? Either you hate the one despite the other, right? So many people out here laboring, they smoking, doing drugs, doing all type of stuff out here that's not really effective for the kingdom, right? So you out here just moving wild and just out here, being a busybody. You're not out here teaching all about who you are, coming back to the Torah and how you're being effective for the kingdom, right? So this is Leviticus. It says, guard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled. I am the Most High, right? So yeah, I am the Most High, right? So we know not to seek after let's read this verse again. Leviticus chapter 19:31. I regard not them that have familiar spirits, and neither seek after wizards that defile, I am the Lord your God, right? So we know not to I'm gonna read the entirety of the verse, because I know many watching this and they're gonna we always gotta keep everything in context, right? So we don't have to seek after familiar spirits, not the people that's out there doing all this wizardry out here, man. That's not this is why we gotta stay away from those who are puffed up in genealogy and those who are puffed up in other ways. That's not out here sending forth great messages for the people, right? So yeah, man, it's about direction and leadership and how we should maneuver out here, man. So this is Mediahu, chapter 10:37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that has loved his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me, right? So we know that he that loveth mother or daughter, son, whoever is not worthy of me, right? So we know that in this land that we're not supposed to put on mother, father, whoever, before the Most High, right? Because that's really not how it's supposed to be, right? So we gotta walk set apart, walk contrary to the ways of darkness, man, and stay on the straight and path. So yeah, this road is very narrow for a reason, man. It's narrow because not many people are on this road. Many people are walking on a different road that's not really giving you, they really out here just going a lot, man. So thank you for everybody watching. Hope this message will give you great, give you the uplifting that you need, man. And we're gonna keep on doing what we gotta do, and this is what we're gonna keep on doing and doing what we gotta do, man. So everybody take care of an awesome, wonderful, fantastic, amazing, great night, man. And hope this message gave you